Hi, we have Dr. Purushottam Chatterjee. He is my childhood friend. So today we will be discussing the various aspects of human health. Dr. Puru, what is the biggest challenge in India about the country's health, means the general health of general public?
Well, at present we have a very stressful lifestyle right from the childhood till the old age. So there are various health risks and various hazards, and the genetically induced diseases are all there. For example, we have risks from cardiovascular ailments, from diabetes mellitus, from osteoarthritis, from endocrine disorders, and various chronic diseases apart from
Dr.
the.
Puru, you have said about the various diseases. Which one do you think is most dangerous in Indian general public's health?
Well, at present, obesity is a growing menace in our day-to-day life. India is a developing country, and it is quite natural that underweight people will be in an overwhelming majority, as we believe that rich people who are having sedentary lifestyles are obese. But presently the problem is not that. In the last 40 years, India has almost tripled its obese population.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it is now ranking the third in global obesity in the world.
Okay. Now, just sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
What is obesity? Means what basically, is it we generally know that a fat person is called obese, but in the technical term, means if you can
If
kindly explain it to
if
the.
you just take your body weight in kilogram and divided it by the height in square meters, you will get the BMI, that is basal mass index. So that is, you call it overweight when it is above 25, and you call it obese when it is above 30. This is basically the definition of obesity, which is internationally accepted.
Okay. So that means, then I think that if you are talking about the 40% of people are obesity, then I think the maximum people are also overweight.
Yeah, that is, this overweight problem is a challenge, because all those diseases like diabetes, like heart disease, these are some due to gene oriented and some due to family disposition, and lifestyle plays a very important role. And our lifestyle will guide us how to, apart from taking medicines, how to control these diseases and see that the morbidity and mortality, that is the suffering and the death rate, becomes less. So in this way, to control the lifestyle, controlling obesity is one of the most important and vital challenge that a physician faces while tackling his patients.
Okay, we have Dr. Puru. We will take a short break and we will get back to you within a few minutes. Okay, welcome back. Ajay, Dr. Puru, you are talking about the lifestyle changes.
Yeah.
Now, what basically, one need to go for a change in order to, come from the obese to the normal weight, as you were talking about.
Well, it is a very steep challenge. To reduce the body weight, people resort to fasting, people resort to going to gym, and people go for yoga, some take medicines, some even undergo bariatric surgery, and there are a lot of things people do, because in the Western countries obesity is a menace already, and we are inheriting it. So people of West have shown the way how to reduce weight, what to do. We are just following it. But the most interesting, most important thing and most reliable thing what you can do without taxing your pocket and without giving much stress to your body or any other is intermittent fasting.
Okay.
So this is one of the new concepts that is taking much plunge in this battle against obesity.
Okay, what basically is intermittent fasting means?
Intermittent.
Though I have heard,
Yeah.
previously, and I found that there are a lot in the western part of the hemisphere. It is highly popular,
Yeah.
but in India, it has not gone through.
Well, in India it is getting popular. I have also seen some people advocating it, some showing videos on it. Huh? So it's a very scientific way how to reduce your body weight without causing much stress on it.
Okay, what basically it is?
Basically, you have to understand the physiology of the human body to understand what role intermittent fasting plays. Intermittent fasting means you have to fast for a certain period of time, followed by taking food. Fasting and feasting, they should go together. So,
Okay.
there is 24 hours in a day span, day and night. So, it is 16, 8, 24 in this way. And often you can go for 3 days fast, and we have also seen people going for 7 days fast. Fast means you are taking water with pinch of salt and electrolytes. But
Now, what is
sorry.
16:4? If I interrupt you, 16:4,
16:4 means
16:8. Sorry,
16:8, right? 16:8 means for 16 hours you will not be allowed to take any food other than water.
Okay.
And after 16 hours, you take your food within these 8 hours.
No, that means I can't even take some sugary drinks or any
No.
glucose.
Because if you take
Total fast
sugar,
except water.
the main objective of fasting is what? To restrict your calorie intake. So
Okay.
sugar is a high calorie thing. You can, even for 16 hours, I will advise, unless there are no specific health problems, you even don't have to add salt to water. But if
Okay.
you prolong your fast, you may need to add a pinch of salt so that your electrolyte imbalance does not occur.
Okay.
But 16 hours only water, and if you want, you can take green tea or coffee without sugar. In this way, you can take these things. But no solid food, no calorie.
Okay. Okay. Now, see, as a doctor, I found that there are in social media, people who, if you go through Google, if you type intermittent fasting, you can find a lot of videos are there. But do you suggest, like ordinary person like us, without consulting a doctor, because suddenly if I start fasting, it can have a health hazard also. So, what is your opinion? Without consulting doctor, can anybody practice simply by his own or her own way?
Before starting this procedure, I would suggest to go for some basic tests so as to find whether he is physically okay. For example, you take your weight, you take your height, you take your some basic blood tests like blood sugar and electrolytes and all. If these are okay, and if you are physically fit, not suffering from any disease, then there is no point of taking any doctor's advice. But for a person who is diabetic or who is hypertensive or who is pregnant, they should go for physician's advice regarding the medicines, because medicines what they are taking, we don't ask people to withhold medicines.
That small query that any person just people there is a say, because the doctor, being a doctor, you can understand people start asking a lot of questions without knowing the proper physiology of a human. So in that case, everybody is becoming a doctor by searching a certain question, and it's popped up. So what is your suggestion?
Physiology actually is in fast 12 hours, when you fast, when you take nothing except water. In fast 12 hours, the body gets its source of energy from the glycogen, that is from the glucose. What to say in ordinary term, it is glucose. So from the glucose it gets evaporated, but the fat portion is not touched by the body, because the body has plenty of calorie and plenty of glucose to sustain. So for fast 12 hours, there is no result. Actually, there is no way by which your fat gets depleted. the main objective of intermittent fasting is to deplete yourself of the excess fat.
Okay.
So that will start, the process will start only after 12 hours.